In 2021, the University of Maine did a general study on social media. These are some of the findings. 4.48 billion people use social media, specifically 240 million, which is 72.3% of the US population. Of those users are Americans. Worldwide, females dominate men in social media usage. There are over 100 social media apps. The largest crime industry in the world is human and sex trafficking. It has been noted by the United Nations, the U.S. Justice Department, and numerous anti-trafficking organizations that the growth is rapidly increasing and the industry makes over $100 billion each year. In the United States alone, a child between the ages of 10 to 14 years old goes missing or is abducted every 30 to 40 seconds. Human and sex trafficking should have died down during the deadly COVID-19 pandemic, but it didn't. The industry was successful in many more recruitments and grooming than it ever had before. There was a major tool predators used during the COVID pandemic: social media. All it takes for a minor to become a victim of trafficking is one post that they put on their social media account. The internet has been resourceful and cruel in many ways. It can be viewed as a gateway for pathological liars and criminals to commit heinous crimes. Some measures have been taken to end the human and sex trafficking industry. However, very little has been done to prevent pimps and predators from harming young children. When thinking of a solution to this issue, many things come to mind. Parents needing to strongly monitor their children on social media, which is a valid point and very true. There are privacy settings on a user's account that a person can enable, which is also true, but it doesn't fully prevent the problem. Or one could even ban their own children from using social media until the age of 18, which is a legal US adult. But there is one concept that stands out. It is to strengthen America's cyber force, specifically the cyber trafficking units on a federal, state, and local level. How could the unit be strengthened? Many measures need to be enforced. Allocate a larger budget for the cyber force, to employ more credible law enforcement officers who have specific training to handle related cases and have efficient equipment and electronics to effectively perform the task. With careful and meticulous training, a child can be saved from the dangers of the human and sex trafficking industry. Careful and meticulous needs to be emphasized, as rescuing a minor is extremely challenging. Predators typically communicate with the victim through social media apps before physically encountering them. Preventing a child from a physical encounter with a predator is huge. If an officer were to have one tiny mistake in an attempt to rescue them through social media, it would be game over for the victim. Attorney General Merrick B. Garland presented the U.S. Justice Department's 2022 strategy on combating human and sex trafficking. Garland never addressed the trafficking pandemic through the form of social media. Hopefully, in the near future, more Congress members will recognize the dangerous effects social media has on aiding the human and sex trafficking industry. There is some hope to hold on to. Backpage.com was a website that ran from 2004 to 2018. It was founded by Michael Lacey and James Larkin, former journalists and First Amendment activists. The website allowed predators to make sex advertisements and to freely sell people. Predators would not pay a dime to place the ads on Backpage. Over $22 million would be stuffed into the founders' pockets each year that it ran. Larkin and Lacey believed in defending the purpose and content of their website by saying it was a First Amendment right for people to access and create the content. The founders also made false claims by stating that the content was given to law enforcement as pieces of evidence for various cases. In 2018, Backpage.com was shut down by U.S. law enforcement and the cyber force. Senator Heidi Heitkamp said, "Today, Backpage was shut down. It's a huge step. Now no child will be sold for sex through this website. Anything can be used for good or evil purposes. This rings true for social media platforms. Users can convey excitement through a picture or write about their personal struggles. Predators crave the depression, anger, and fear young people post about. If there is one thing to take away from this speech, it is to not sit in silence and let things pass by." William Wilberforce powerfully expressed this. "You may choose to look the other way, but you can never say again that you did not know." Thank you.
So what are some glows here for Miss Audrey?
Scary statistics.
It is scary, but it's
is
very
very
real
scary.
too.
Yeah. Those were like the baby statistics I could give.
Baby statistics.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
That's
Oh, it's-
scary.
It's bad.
It's brutal.
It's really
very
bad.
brutal.
There's and you would have to talk to your
I
parents.
watched a
before you
documentary
do it.
on
Is it
it
our
Epstein?
Underground Railroad documentary? The Valley?
Well, there's that, but I mean, there's an actual I have to find. I don't know where it is, but there is an